This is Project Gotham Racing 2, the racing game that led to the creation of Forza Horizon. But we'll get to that in a second. This game is one of the all-time Xbox classics, and today I wanted to revisit PGR 2... I've never actually played this game, so although the series is called Revisited, I'm gonna play it for the first time. This game came out in 2003. It was made by Bizarre Creations. It was published by Xbox. Bizarre Creations eventually got purchased by Activision, which themselves then got purchased by Microsoft, and we'll talk about that in a second. Back in the day, you could actually connect it to Xbox Live and download DLC for this game, which was pretty cool. You'll notice one of the circuits is DLC. Today, I wanted to jump into the career mode, which is called the Kudos World Series. You know how in Forza Horizon 5, we have that whole Kudos thing when you like gift cars to other players? Kudos came from this game. The career mode in PGR 2 starts off quite simple. You start off in some slower cars, and as you go on and as you earn kudos, you unlock faster and faster stuff. So to start off, we're starting with the old compact. Oh, wait, yo, I can choose to do a one-on-one challenge or a wheel-to-wheel race. Okay, let's just start with a standard race. Shall I go with a Mini Cooper, a Cupra R, or a Beetle with some body filler? Let's go for the Beetle. How hard do you think hard AI actually is? Dude, I say that, I'm definitely coming dead last. Let me tell you about PGR 2 and why this game is so important, and also why you will definitely recognize some stuff from this game. In full disclosure, I've never actually played this game before. I've only ever played PGR 3 and PGR 4. Fun fact, I have videos for both of those games here on the channel. They are some of my all-time favorite racing games. I have never played PGR 2. This game came out on the original Xbox back in 2003. It was an absolute classic, and at the time, this game was regarded as one of, if not the best, racing games for the original Xbox, which is just crazy. You have to think about the time when this game came out. Gran Turismo was absolutely killing it. Need for Speed was killing it. And then there was a whole bunch of other stuff. And this was Microsoft's big focus and big hit for an Xbox racing game to kind of go head to head with Gran Turismo at the time. You have to remember, this game came out before the original Forza Motorsport did. Forza Motorsport, the original one, came out in 2005. This was 2 years before that. It was unreal. Also, side note, apparently hard AI is hard, huh? Bad news, I failed the challenge. I did, however, get 46 kudos. You know how in Forza Horizon 5, we have that whole kudos system, and basically it's a way for just people to say thanks to you? The original use for kudos was like skill points. So you got kudos for drifting, taking the racing line, driving on 2 wheels, and so on. That was the original kudos system. Can somebody confirm? But I'm pretty sure back in these older games, kudos was kind of a system as like your money. I've decided to go from our regular street race to a 1v1. My Volkswagen Beetle that has more plastic surgery than most people in Florida do against a little Mini Cooper. Chat says, Nick, do you have any idea about this Beetle? Isn't this Beetle all-wheel drive? It's kind of like a Golf R32, but a Beetle, no? Yes, it's a VR6 all-wheel drive. It's essentially a Golf R32, just with Beetle bodywork on it and this rear wing that somehow looks better than Forza Aero. Don't ask me how that's possible. Apparently, all you need to do to get a victory in this game is turn the difficulty from hard to medium. Thank you very much. Goodbye, Mini Cooper. And our first event is a fat W. After that event, we got a whole bunch of medals, a whole bunch of kudos. We got a silver medal. So now that we've got that silver medal and we've got our first batch of kudos, we need to get 4,000 kudos if we want to unlock our next event. We have to go back to the compact series, and I guess we're gonna have to do that street race. And I guess we're just gonna need to go head to head with the hard AI and get at least second. We know what we gotta do. We gotta go head down, get past the Cooper and the Cupra. Can I just say this right out of the gate? They're going wide. I'm up to P1. Sweet overtake. Considering that this game came out in 2003, the physics are pretty nice. I've obviously been playing a lot of older racing games recently, and I can tell you straight up, the physics in this game are so far superior to some of the other stuff that we've been playing recently. This feels super, super nice. Cupra looking up the inside. Oh my God, dude, the AI just went for a dive bomb. I just went from first to last in one corner. Okay, we got to go for a switchback on them. There we go. We're going to do the dive bomb up the inside. Swing it around the outside here. Hold the speed. You could actually have sick races with the AI. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to become a terrorist quickly. Send an absolute bomb up the inside of the Mini and up to a P1. You'll love to see it. Now that we've done that, we are still in the compact series, but we've now unlocked 2 new events. We're heading to Sydney and we have a cone challenge and another one-on-one. Oh, look at this. So I can go in and I can unlock other cars. I currently have 2 kudos tokens. The Golf R32 costs 2 kudos, or a Lancia Delta 3 kudos. We could save up for that, but I think when you're given the option of an R32, you unlock the R32. Can I actually go to my garage and see what I have? There's my lovely Golf R32. Dude, that's probably still the same model they're using in Forza Horizon 5. Then we've got some locked cars, some unlocked cars. Dude, that's so cool. Can I go to the showroom too? So if you go to the car dealer, that's a Mercedes CLK. That's a... What is that? What is that? Do we know? With a wing that big, it's kind of throwing me off. Porsche 911 GT1. Oh, that looks like a Ferrari 250 GTO. That's a TVR sub... Oh, I didn't The name of the car is literally in the bottom left corner. Anyways, cool TVR over there. What's a Delfino? Never heard of it. Anyways, we'll come back to those faster cars in a second because I want to show you another really cool thing. Welcome to the Upside Down, Australians. I hope you're happy. I remember these cone challenges from PGR 3 and 4. Basically, what you have to do is weave through these cones as quickly as possible. And if you hit any of the cones, you will incur a monster penalty. We did it! Thank you very much. I hit 1 cone. What? Earn at least 1,000 by driving with style? What do you mean? How am I supposed to get 1,000 kudos? Whoa! If I pull off a monster drift, then the game goes, aha, you know what you're doing. Aha! We must handbrake on every corner. The reason Forza Horizon has so many similarities to PGR is because Forza Horizon was never supposed to exist. As the story goes, right? Forza Motorsport was doing really well in like the mid 2000s and into the early 2010s, but Microsoft wanted a new racing game to come out, an open world racing game, and some developers pitched a game to Microsoft, and the game that was being pitched was a PGR reboot. PGR ended up getting like discontinued after PGR 4, which was like 2006, 2007. The developers pitched a PGR reboot, but Microsoft actually said, no, we're not doing it. We need something new and fresh. And those developers went back to the drawing board and came up with the original concept of Forza Horizon as a festival racer, and how you go in and earn money, buy cars with your whole like car collection, and kind of like collect all of these cars as you progress through the Forza Horizon career campaign story, whatever. So long story short, this game is the reason Forza Horizon exists. The developers wanted to make PGR. Microsoft said no, and the developers went back to the drawing board and came up with Forza Horizon instead. And we finally nailed the target with some lovely skids through the corners. We just got 2 more kudos tokens for that. Our next rank is at 14,000, where we get some even cooler event. Let's go do one more 1v1, and then we'll have our next thing done. Let's go, baby. What am I racing? I'm racing... What in the world? I'm racing a little Honda Civic Type R, who's apparently a blatant murderer. You cheeky bugger, you. Since I'm so far out into the lead, do a skid. I was gonna try and do a skid for extra kudos, but never mind. That was one of the things that made PGR so fun. Regardless of what race you were doing, you could always go in and get more kudos, get more money from doing skids, taking nice racing lines, and everything like that. It kind of made every single race kind of like a secondary objective of sorts. And long story short, it was just so fun. Dude, look at the damage model in this game too. My whole hood is having a rough time. Okay, we need a big skid here. Don't hit that inside. Should have said the outside as well. It's okay. I've murdered a Civic. The Civic's coming, but we're gonna cover him off. And it's a P1! Now that we've completed that event, we now have unlocked some of the other unique events that made this game so famous. And that was the speed cap. I'm gonna whip out the goal. Let's go full-on expert difficulty. How hard can it be? Welcome to Sweden, yeah? I have 40 seconds to absolutely bomb it through the speed camera, which looks like it's after this little S. So we have to carry the speed through there. We can kind of compromise that corner, then send it through here. We need a unreal exit right there. That's where we're gonna need our exit. Come on. Come on. Dude, not even close. We gotta absolutely bomb it through there if we want 93. I think you can now see why so many people back in the day loved PGR games. They were just so special and so different, and they presented an all-new challenge that people sometimes weren't familiar with on Xbox, for example. I just did the exact same. I've said it before, and I will say it again. I am always a fan of games that allow us to use different challenges for us to go and explore and both challenge ourselves and experiment with cars. It's just so much fun. Take a really wide line all the way over here. Now plant it. I think that might be the strategy right there. We did another 88. We can go faster. The other thing that I absolutely love about this game is it didn't handhold you. It didn't make your life easy for you. If you wanted to achieve the hardest challenges in the game, you had to absolutely send it and learn and experiment and figure out the absolute most optimal way to play the game. I love it when games just kind of throw you into a challenge and go, figure it out, bud. And that's what this game does brilliantly. Oh, that was fast. That was fast. That was fast. That was fast. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Dude, I'm never getting 93. I'm straight up never getting 93 miles an hour. Change the goddamn difficulty. Dude, were people in 2003 just god gamers? What the hell? Like, that's absurd how fast. Wow. All right, we did the hard challenge. Thank you very much. 89 miles an hour. There is our speed camera photo. That's so sick. We get a gold medal, even more kudos added in. We're up to 17,000 now. As you can tell, the career mode goes through some really, really cool things. And as you go in, you'll unlock more challenges, more circuits, and obviously different types of cars. I don't have the patience to go through the whole career mode right now. So how about we just go do some street races in some fun cars, for example, and then I will show you something that will blow your mind. Genji says this game was known to be really hard back in the day. Was it? Anyways, away we go. Say hello to something a little bit quicker than our Volkswagen. Hello, Honda NSX-R. What an absolute banger car this is. I've actually just noticed a super cool detail. In the bottom right, below the speedometer, this car has an actual, like, mileometer. What's the thing called that reads your mileage? Odometer. Thank you. It has an odometer that tells you how far you've driven. Dude, that's so cool. You know, the other thing that I'm actually quite blown away by is in 2003, look at how many cool, like, variations they have. I guess I should also explain. PGR, for the vast majority of the game, is not focused on licensed circuits. There were all of these licensed cars. Every single car in the game is a licensed car, but it was not one of those games, for the most part, where you'd go and hit up real racing circuits. The vast majority of the time, they sent you out to a location and built fictional circuit in a fictionalized version of that place. And as you can tell, they went through places like Chicago, Hong Kong, what was it, Sydney earlier. There are a couple of licensed circuits in these games, like the Nürburgring is in this game, for example, except I think it was DLC. I'm not sure. Anyways, all this to say, licensed circuits are not really what this game was known. However, what I'm about to show you is about about to blow your mind. Because it's a game from 2003, you kind of have to unlock everything. So if you would like to go and drive around Edinburgh, Moscow, Barcelona, you can go and do that, except for the Nürburgring. The Nürburgring is the only licensed circuit in this game, and it's locked. This is gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna go and do a time trial. Let's go hit up Edinburgh and the Princess East Circuit, or the Princess Street East Circuit. Then, again, because it was a game from 2003, we only have so many cars unlocked. If you actually wanted to try all of the cars in this game, you had to play through the career mode and unlock all of the other cars. I guess on this circuit, let's go hit up the circuit with maybe an Aston Martin Vanquish. Let's paint it a nice James Bond color. As you've probably noticed throughout this video, I've been commentating. I kind of talk as I play videos. For this race, I'm not going to. We're gonna play a bit of a game. See if you notice anything. Good luck. Can you tell what it is yet? I think you can see where I'm going with this, boys. I think you can see exactly where I'm going with this. Let me just stop the car real quick. Huh. That's funny. Let's just do a bit of a lap of the circuit and see what we notice. How cool is this? Back in the day, PGR2, excuse me, replicated the streets of Edinburgh and built that circuit. I guess 15 years later, when Forza Horizon 4 came out, the developers recreated the streets of Edinburgh and then went in and recreated the exact same circuit from PGR. Obviously, they're both using the actual road layout of Edinburgh. It is so cool, the fact that the developers for Forza Horizon 4 actually copy-pasted the racetrack. It is identical. That is unbelievable. I think you can see now why there is such a connection between Project Gotham Racing and Forza Horizon. Just take a look at the road layout. Let me switch back to the PC. Look at the road layout, dude. The road layout is identical. To go from that to that is so cool. I will be honest, the only downside of this circuit in Forza Horizon 4 is the fact that they didn't call it the Princess Circuit. Wait. Prince's Street Wait, what? I knew they didn't have the same name, but I didn't think it was that close. And then in PGR, wait, it's not the Princess. It's the Prince's East Circuit. Oh my God, it's the same. That's even crazier. Oh my God. So boys, welcome to Edinburgh. I don't actually know if this is confirmed or not, but I'm pretty sure a couple of the developers who worked on this game, PGR2, and I mean the PGR franchise as a whole, still actually work at Playground Games, or I should say now work at Playground Games. I think it's safe to say there was quite a bit of influence between the two, which is pretty damn cool. The name of the road IRL is Prince's. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that. Oh my God. I'm gonna be honest, it is genuinely so cool to go full circle like that. This Ford GT is such a goddamn handful to drive. It's ridiculous. It's so undrivable. How did people drive like this in 2003, dude? That's the craziest part. Just out of interest, I clicked on multiplayer. Obviously, there's Xbox Live and split screen because that was a thing. There was also System Link. You could link 8 Xboxes together and do a LAN party. Dude, what? Oh, also, chat. Can I show you another really funny feature of this game? This is like the starting soon screen for this game, right? Like it's the main menu of the game. As it turns out, if you actually sit on this menu for long enough, the game will start like an AI race. And the race is the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life. I'm not pressing anything. The game will just do a race. For some reason, in this game, when the AI is driving in this section, they kind of forget about the laws of physics. So although, yes, homie goes for 1, 2, 3 lovely overtakes, very quickly, decides to drive like an AR-12 viewer. Where are you going? You're going the wrong way. Oh, no. I don't know where the coding went wrong for these menu races, but they are funny every single time. Let's go and finish up our first little bit in the World Series for the Compact. We have 2 more street races to go. Chat says, fun fact, buying an AR-12 winter hat makes you 10% more likely to have skill issues, but you'll at least look good while doing it. Fact! Go pick one of these up now. There's a link down below. For our first street race here, we've got to finish up in the top 2. We've got another R32 and a Lancia we're going head-to-head with here. Dude, look at good old Sweden, huh? Isn't Sweden lovely? Up the... Carried a bit too much speed. Reel in the Lancia. I don't know why I'm stressing. The Lancia will break down and have an engine fit. Jesus Christ. All right, 1 lap down. 1 more to go. Nice line. Honda's trying to fight me. Honda's running wide. We've got the run down the hill. Dude, we smashed our windscreen. Dude, the damage model, considering this was 2003, is unbelievable, huh? And you know what? I've got all these kudos. I might as well go unlock the Lancia. Let's get it, baby. And go for a nice baby blue. Here's what's really cool about this game. When it came out, it got incredible reviews. I think at the moment, this game is sitting at like a 90 overall on Metacritic, which is just unreal. Long story short, this was straight up one of, if not the best racing games of all time on the original Xbox. And not to mention, the fact that this game led to so many other fat W's is just insane. No, don't tell me the Ford Focus. Dude, really? The Ford Focus is goddamn quicker than us? Dude! I'm gonna crash into this goddamn Ford Focus so hard, he's gonna end up in goddamn Denmark. I tried. There was an attempt at murder. Oh, what a final corner. Holy! Who needs murder when you have actual racing skills for the first time ever? Dude, it's a little unfortunate. We figured out how to play the game with 2 corners to go. Let's go! Silver medal. Thank you for the P1. What an absolute banging game. I've always been a fan of PGR. I've never played PGR 2, but I certainly understand why this game is so good.